Welcome back to Code with Hafiz. In today's class, we step into one of the most exciting powers of O, which is called polymorphism. You will see how Python lets you use the same method name to perform different behaviors, how frameworks like Django depend on this, and how clean code is built using this technique. And yes, each line will be explained deeply, so even a beginner feels like a pro. Let's dive in. And if you are new on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like. On this channel, a complete OOP playlist is also. You will find out the playlist on OOP in this section. In last class we learned about multiple inheritance. We see how the walkability and how the talkability, and then we inherit the child class from both classes, the parent both classes, the talkability and the walkability. Now our today class is about polymorphism. Let's understand what is polymorphism. In this diagram you see a man can perform different as employee role, and a man can perform different as a father role. A man can perform different as a husband role. So same like this, polymorphism means the same function or method name can behave differently depending on the object calling it. So what is polymorphism? So what is polymorphism? Polymorphism means the same function or method name can behave differently depending on the object calling it. And if we take an example of render function which behaves differently for HTML and differently behaves for the JSON view and for the XML view. And if I give you the example of speak, so speak behaves differently for a dog, cat and human. And if I give you the example of drive, drive behaves differently for a car, a bike, a bus. So in this class I am going to show you the classic polymorphism, the same method but different behavior. So let me clear this, and inside this class I am going to create a class with name animal. Inside this def speak, and this will return some generic animal sound. After that I am going to create another class with name dog. I will provide here the animal, and inside this I will create another method with same name, but here I will return wolf. After that I want another class with name cat, and this will also inherit from the class animal. Inside this class the same method, but it will return meow. After that I want another class for cow, and this will also inherit from the animal, but it will speak return moo. So till now I create 4 classes. One is animal, and one is dog, and one is cat, and one is cow. And the dog, cat and cow are inherited from the animal class, and as you see all classes have the same method with name speak. Let me show you all the classes. Inside animal we have speak, inside dog we have speak, and inside cat we also have a speak method. But let we run create some object for each class and see what the behavior in each class of a method, same method. Let me understand this all code what I did till now. Class animal, this is the base class representing the concept. The animal class is our base class. which is representing the concept, contains a method with name speak, which basically act as the common interface. Inside this speak, this is the default behavior, the generic animal sound, and child classes will override this. Then we create a class with name dog, which is inherited from the animal. Dog inherit from the animal and dog is as animal. So we create another method with same name inside dog class. What we are doing, basically this is the overriding method from animal. We are basically override the animal method from animal. So why overriding? Basically the same name here and here as you see. So we are going to override the speak method inside animal, and when we call the dog method, you will see this will behave differently, not the same like an animal. And this is the concept of polymorphism. The same name method different behaves in different classes. Inside dog, the speak will perform different, and inside animal it will perform different. The same name method different behaves equal to polymorphism, and the same name methods differently behave in different classes is called polymorphism, and the same logic apply on the cat and the cow. Let me create an object animals, and then I am going to use a list dog, and then cat, and then cow. Basically here we are creating, as you see, we use a list of Python and we pass dog, cat and cow. If you're familiar with list, a list in Python is like a basket where you can keep multiple items together. The basket list is a named animal. Here the list name is animals, and inside it we put an object of dog, an object of cat and an object of cow. So the list contains three different animal objects. So here question arises, why we put all three objects inside list. Python list allow mixed objects because all three dog, cat and cow have a method named speak. We can treat them the same way even though they are different animal. This is the power of polymorphism. Let me create a loop for this. For a in animals, after that print a dot speak. So what I did here, let me understand this. I used a loop for a in animals. Inside animals we have a list of three objects, dog class object, cat and cow. So this means take the first item from the list, which is dog, call the dog.speak. Dog.speak. The first item from the list is dog, so a.speak will call the dog speak because we have the first item is dog, and this will, let me write here, dog dog.speak. So on the first iteration it will call the dog speak, and then on the next iteration it will call the cat, and next the cow. Same, we have three items inside loop. Every iteration will call the different animal speak. So take the first item from the list dog dot speak, then it will take the second item cat dot speak, and then on the third iteration it will take the third item cow dot speak. First iteration dog dot speak, it will show us the wolf. Let me run my code, clear my terminal, cd class 4. Inside this Inside class 4 we have the file polymorphism. Inside our class 5 we have polymorphism.py file. So we have to cd class 5, and here I will run python or py polymorphism.py. Let me run. As you see, on the first iteration it will print us the woof from, let me show you, from the dog class, and then it will call the speak of cow, and then it will call the speak of cat, and then it will call the speak of cow. So here question arises, why does it work? The real magic behind the polymorphism. If different classes have the same method name, Python call the correct version depending on the object. That means dog uses dog speak, cat uses cat speak, and cow will use the cow speak, even though we write the same code. So Python automatically picks the right speak method. So here the list stores different objects. The loop goes through each object one by one, and calling a.speak triggers the matching method from each class. This is called polymorphism in OOP. It makes code clean, simple, and powerful. And this is the classic example of polymorphism. In upcoming class we will see polymorphism with function, and we are going to cover the concept of duck typing in Python. So don't forget to subscribe and like.